Russia has also allowed transit of equipment through its territory in support of our Afghanistan mission. Just recently, we agreed to start providing training, spare parts and toolkits for Russian-made Afghan helicopters. This will help the Afghans to provide security for their own country. And that, in turn, will benefit the security of our nations. These are significant achievements. My third point is, how do we move forward? And first of all, we must acknowledge that we don't always see eye to eye. NATO and Russia still have disagreements of principle on issues such as Georgia. We insist on full respect for Georgia's sovereignty and territorial integrity. And we call on Russia to live up to her international obligations in that respect. And we move away from discussing these disagreements. But neither must we allow them to paralyze our partnership. The NATO-Russia partnership must be rooted in realism and concrete cooperation. But it also needs a clear vision. President Obama's leadership in resetting the US-Russia bilateral relationship has brought us much closer towards that vision. A real milestone was the entry into force earlier this year of the New START Treaty. It will lead to a drastic reduction in the number of US and Russian strategic nuclear weapons. This has given a strong push to our relations with Russia. I believe we have another great opportunity to advance our relationship with Russia through missile defense. Today, over 30 countries have or are developing ballistic missile capabilities. And several of these capabilities potentially pose a direct threat to our countries. This is why NATO has decided to build a defense system against those missiles. And we have invited Russia to cooperate with us. What we have in mind is cooperation between two independent missile defense systems. If we achieve this, it will be a tangible demonstration that NATO and Russia can build security together rather than against each other. And the same vision must guide us on other important issues. This includes negotiations on conventional forces in Europe and on further reductions on nuclear weapons. Ladies and gentlemen, those of us who remember the Cold War want a different future for our children and grandchildren. A future where the mistrust and suspicion between NATO and Russia is consigned to the history books. A future where we engage in frank dialogue, even if we sometimes disagree, and a future where we cooperate effectively to meet our common challenges, to fulfill the vision of a Europe whole, free, and at peace. I'm convinced that this vision is well within our grasp, and with the support of you and your great nation, we can make it a reality. Thank you very much.